So, I'm doing an off-Broadway performance right now. It's called The Rap Guide to Consciousness, and it is a tour of perceptual and hallucinatory and experiential neuroscience through hip-hop and comedy and storytelling, and I work with a neuroscientist to try to figure it out. What I want to know as an artist is how free am I to create? Right? The traditional version of free will, a lot of debates going on. I mean, if physics is deterministic or indeterministic, either way, how can we ever take credit for anything we do? Now, neuroscience tells us that every one of our behaviors has precursors in the physical brain that we are not aware of. How do we get free will out of that? Like, all right, humans have at least one kind of freedom, and it's embodied in freestyle rap. The question is whether we should call that free will. So let's do it experimentally. I'd like to ask you, if we can bring up the house lights, what you would like to get out of this conference. A couple of people, feel free to shout things out, and then I will work your aspirations and intentions into a freestyle improvised rap. And before you say something, remember this. Logically, at this point in history, one of two things must be true. Either all of your suggestions and all of my improvised rhymes were predetermined since the beginning of the universe, or there's a kind of freedom that's real, and we're about to use it. So go ahead, shout out anything. Inspiration, yeah. So I heard heart, hope, okay. Related, but not exactly the same. Inspiration, hope, and connection. Any more? We there? All right, let's hit it. What was the last one? Chaos, beautiful. All right, let's hit it. I'll try to work in synchronicity too. Let's hit it, drop that. When I was a young, aspiring rap artist in Western Canada, picturing myself on MTV with a platinum chain, this is the exact rap I imagined saying. Listen to this lyric, it isn't freestyle, it's written. I wrote it of my own free will, it was my decision. Every intimate constituent, part of it was deliberate. I considered how to script it and how to stand and deliver it. And all I knew is I would stand up here and be kicking a dope flow. Actually, I didn't really know that, but I was extremely hopeful. See what I'm saying? That's right, I step up and burn flows, hoping I'm not gonna screw it up. Hope springs eternal, that's forethought, but that doesn't mean nothing comes before thought. Take a look at the source of your thoughts, you might find the door's blocked. If every decision is made in a part of my brain that's invisible to me, that's will, but with a subliminal origin, I'm not thinking it's too free. How do I have the freedom to kick a dope verse? What is hope? Just a slogan like a Shepherd Ferry poster? I don't know. All I know right now is I got raps that I'm blazing. Hopefully you're taking from it a little bit of inspiration, but what am I doing here? Why am I busting a rhyme? Am I a puppet on a string who could not have done otherwise, a slave to my subliminal reptilian amygdala forces with no self-control coming out of my neocortex? I don't know. All I know is that I got a couple of lyrics right now and that I'm killing them. And part of my brain that's producing it is probably reptilian. Yeah, that's the way that I kick it. My memory gives me different answers. I am drawing on the frontal cortex and hippocampus, but I can't stop believing in my option to choose. I couldn't stop if I wanted. That's down to my molecules. I choose words and deeds, but not wants or moods. Freedom is like a muscle. It's only strong when it's used. I can't stop. And neither can you, so let's continue. I'll keep on pulling your concepts out of my lyrical menu. Check it, this is the way that I get it. People ask me questions, I try to answer real quick using a lot of my neural connections, like the connections that you're gonna make a second from now at this summit. People are gonna come up to you and say, what's your story? Run it. You gotta be ready every second to drop something. Elevator speech, just try to make it in freestyle rap and keep it sweet. I don't know, come on, I'm just making it up and rapping, but this is something that I got the freedom to do after lots of practice. I was a little kid thinking about rap writing with crayons. That's how I got to a place like this, inciting this chaos. It's random, and that's kind of good. It's kind of basic because you can't have evolution without random mutation. So mutations happening in my brain every second. Check it, this is my neuroscientifically highly informed method. I'm trying to test it. See, yeah, I'm trying to kick it though. It's a sick flow. It is so infused with hope that hopefully it's the way that I pictured it before, but better ever after. Kind of like I pictured it, but there was more laughter. But I can't stop believing in my option to choose. Neither can you. You feel that down in your molecules. You can choose words and deeds, but not wants or moods. Freedom is like a muscle. It's only strong when it's used. I could stop. Just demonstrating that I could stop. Y'all want me to stop? No, see, stopping is not recommended. Not before a song is ended. Because I spent a lot of time training my brain to rhyme at the drop of a dime. Now that's a kind of freedom I can claim as mine. Freedom isn't a metaphysical state at the level of atoms. It's a collection of talents that each of us can develop and manage. Freedom evolves. Natural selection gave us the building blocks. Absolute freedom, maybe not, but more than a digger wasp and more than prefrontal cortex lesion patients living today. I'll take the freedom I've got over the non-freedom of Phineas Gage. Freedom is having a brain that can reject options, detect imposters, dodge sucker punches like boxers. Freedom is having a brain that can navigate obstacles in a continuous exploration of the adjacent possible. A brain that's free enough to identify goals and pursue them and know the reasons why, even if it's prone to illusions. Freedom. If you have that kind of mind and it's at fault, congratulations. You can now be tried as an adult. Free will. It's similar to freestyle. They're both learnable systems that are probably deterministic deep down. But even if every syllable has a physical cause, free will is just the belief that I should still get some applause.